I went to watch this film on a Friday at 3 pm, operating on about 5 hours of sleep. So tired and generally fatigued, I swear I thought I might not even put out a review because I was very likely to zone out. Tell me why then I left feeling this film actually had potential and was almost a good movie? It's not, but let me explain more. Hey all, my name is Sucharita. Welcome back to the channel where today we are talking about Vijay Kumar Arora's Son of Sardar 2. Yeah, now in movie theaters we're talking about this. Not connected to the goings on in SOS 1. SOS 2 revolves around three families. Jassi, his wife, and his mother are from Punjab. The Sandhus are in Scotland. And Rabia, Mehwish, Gul, Sabah, Danish, they are a family from Pakistan, also in Scotland. Jassi, played by Ajay Devgan, goes to Scotland to be reunited with his wife, who's played by Neeru Bajwa, only to learn that wife has been cheating on him with an unimpressive, inconsequential guy who gets not one line of dialogue in this film. So heartbroken now, Jassi is unable to return to Pind because bebe ka dil toot jayega. So he starts living as a tenant with these Pakistanis who are musicians जो शादी पार्टियों में ढोल बजाते हैं, नाचते गाते हैं. इस पाकिस्तानी फैमिली की ट्रेजेडी ये है कि द डिफैक्टो लीडर स्लैश बुकिंग एजेंट दानिश प्लेड बाय चंकी पांडे is having his own affair with a Russian woman, and after he abandons the family one night, just see, Ajay Devgan finds himself living as a tenant with these three women, one of whom, Rabia, is married to Danish, Chunky Pandey. Danish's daughter, Sabah, is in a relationship with Gogi. Who's Gogi? The son of the wealthy criminal Sandhus. And when Sabah has to present a fake Indian father for the hyper-national Sandhus, a plan is formed to use Jassi for the role. Yes, it is as convoluted as it sounds, and trust me, it gets even more spirally and stupid from here on out. But in here are the makings of a ridiculous screwball comedy, a genre that requires its characters to be varying levels of dumb and detached from reality. Ye to chahiye. And yet, amid this silliness, there is honesty, there's awareness. Before Jassi finds out the truth about his wife, in the opening sequence of this film, he's dreaming. He's seeing himself almost as a patriotic hero, जिसके खेतों में फसलें हैं, बीवी सुहाग रात से उसके साथ खुश है और मैनहुड इतना स्ट्रांग है कि जब भी बच्चे पैदा होते हैं घर में तो जुड़वा ही निकलते हैं. In reality, none of this is true for Jassi. He's actually somewhat of a loser who has no idea how the real world functions. In fact, when Jassi is faced with his first introduction to reality, he is now an immigrant in a new nation, given space to live by a bunch of Pakistani women, one of whom is trans. What in the actual world is happening right now? I thought to myself as I started observing these progressive notes in this film. Ever since I've learned Deepak Dobriyal is playing a trans female character, Gul, as an immense fan of the actor, I have been terrified to watch his performance. This is a role that absolutely should be played by a trans person. Bollywood comedies led by mainstream macho heroes, they're not known to provide woke commentary on LGBTQIA plus issues. Imagine my relief and surprise when Gul's gender or sexual preferences do not become the punchline of jokes in scenes that feature her. Instead, when in a few moments people don't seem to accurately assess her gender, despite their confusion, every single time, everyone moves on from that moment. The lightness with which this character is created, handled, and used is cool. Also, Deepak looks amazing. He's styled so wonderfully. Am I seriously finding moments of analysis in a film that is titled SOS, you guys? I am. The stunning Mrunal Thakur. She plays Rabia. Lord knows why she falls for a man about 25 years almost older than her, but the actor is such a great, nearly perfect example of a Bollywood heroine. I already said stunning. She's a very competent performer. She can dance, she can carry comedy and dramatic roles with equal apparent ease. Even in the dumbest scenes in this film, when she's spouting inane lines, her presence in these frames means something. And like the trans female Gul, Rabia too is not written as a type. When Jassi says to her, "Tum bomb phodte ho hamare desh par," instead of taking offense and launching into a defense of Pakistan like she should, Rabia ignores the ignorance of this generalization. She does, and she stays focused on the task at hand in the scene. And yet, miraculously, Vijay Kumar Arora managed to keep this humorous. What stops Son of Sardar from becoming a Kunal Khemu directorial or Andaz Apna Apna or Naked Gun style comedy is the writing's inability to pick a lane. Any lane. Pick 2 lanes, man. Just stay in it for a while. Hilarious premises give way to outdated melodrama. Would you believe me? Would you believe me if I said that song Pehla Tu Duja Tu, it is taking place in a cemetery and all the people dancing around the lead pair are Jassi's Afeem induced hallucinations of dead people? Or that he says at the funeral of an elderly pole dancer कि ये डंडे पे गिद्दा करती थी चमगादड़ की तरह? Or that through Ajay Devgan's character, the film does a pretty good job of commenting on the pitfalls of hyper-nationalism and traditional patriarchal masculinity? You wouldn't believe me. I hardly could believe it, and I was watching the movie. If only the film had taken these ideas and done something with them, committed to them, instead of eventually allowing itself to melt into this generic Rona Dhona Gana slop. Theaters mein lagi hui hai, dekho. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, Son of Sardar 2 is 100% I am ashamed to divulge here, dear viewer, to you, the loudness of the laugh I laughed when Sandhu says to his brothers, मेरे fingertips घिस गए हैं. Fingertips. The other film in theaters this week, of course, is Dhadak 2, and there's also Naked Gun, like I mentioned. Have you seen any of my other reviews this week? Subscribe कर लीजिए channel को तो बढ़िया हो जाएगा. Monday को I'm bringing 3 more film critics on a YouTube live, the usual suspects, Rahul Desai, Ishita Sengupta, and Uday Bhatia. We're going to talk about everything we watched this week. I really like doing these live streams, so subscribe and wait for that one Monday around 9 p.m. Thank you for stopping by.